recognize our government. I'm the lead judge, Senator Jim Roby.
I'm Kathy Oliver with the Maryland State Department of Education. I am Assistant State Superintendent. And Mrs. Reinhardt.
Well, you know who we are, so who are you? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Gorman. I've been a historical figure in George Washington as he served as president of the Philadelphia Convention. My name is Allie Ray. I'm a favorite historical figure because he served in the Army. Hello, my name is Gorman, and my favorite historical figure is Abraham Lincoln. Hello, my name is Ellie Young, and my favorite historical figure is Abraham. All right.
Very good. And we all have teeth in this deal. There we go. Perfect. Good smiles. And thank you for speaking up. It's so important so we can hear everything you have to say.
All right.
I'm going to read a statement to you, followed by 5 questions, and you'll be asked to respond to those questions. Congress has formed this Congressional Committee to gather information on the United States Constitution and Bill of Rights. It is also looking at the compromises that were made at the Philadelphia Convention. The members of your group are expert witnesses appearing before this committee. You have been asked to testify on these questions. What major conflicts required the framers of the Philadelphia Convention to make compromises? Why was it so difficult for the framers to reach agreement about how to resolve these conflicts? How did the compromise of later adding a Bill of Rights affect our Constitution? Do you agree with the framers' decision to keep the proceedings of the Philadelphia Convention secret? Why or why not? And the last question, was the group that assembled at the Philadelphia Convention a fair representation of the people? Why or why not? You understand the questions? Timer's ready, we'll begin.
Why? This conversation has been here many times since 1786. The Articles of Confederation was the first attempt to make a government, but it didn't work. It made each state feel like a different country. They all had different currencies. The currency in every state made it difficult for the farmers to sell their crops. Some of these farmers lived by the end of the day went to town with pitchforks and protested against the States Rebellion. Farmers went to town to attack the national government because the farmers couldn't pay their bills, so the government took away their farm. Some of the people were very frightened. Many leaders in the United States decided to hold a meeting in Philadelphia to discuss this problem. In Philadelphia, each state brought a representative or a delegate. There were only white men with lots of money. There were no women, no children. Also, there were no African Americans or Indians. The delegates thought they should fix the articles, and as they were talking, a man said that they should just try again. They decided to write an entirely new document which became known as the U.S. Constitution. So after that, the framers started to write new articles called the Constitution. The 3 main framers were George Washington, and they were the main people that helped make our country. The Constitution helps us to this day. When they met in Philadelphia, they had many important issues to decide on. First issue is how many representatives each state would get. Small states wanted equal representation. Large states wanted to get representatives based on their population. Small states got unfair. After debating this for many hours, they decided to organize Congress into 2 separate houses. They had 2 houses, the Senate and House of Representatives. The amount of representatives depended on your population for the House of Representatives. In the House known as the Senate, each state got 2 representatives. This made small states and large states were happy. Another critical issue they needed to discuss was the question of slaves and how they accounted for population. The southern states had more slaves than the constitutions, and the northern states had fewer slaves. In an attempt to be fair, they made what is known as the Preeminence Clause. They had of every class of slaves counted for population purposes. So the southern states were happy because they had slaves that came in, the northern states were happy because not all the slaves counted. This compromise seemed fair to both the southern and the northern states. When the delegates met in Philadelphia, they wanted the convention to be kept a secret. Why did they want it to be kept a secret? Well, they did that so not one person could come walking by and hear one part of the discussion and tell someone else for them to keep spreading it on. When I was walking past Mr. Reed's first one day, I heard the Taco Bell bus. I was amazed and shocked. Then I realized that was just one part.
Oh, so they didn't want them to know the wrong thing and spread the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Framers also hit positive values of the Constitution and the common good of individual rights.
The Bill of Rights.
First Amendments for changes to the Constitution.
When the framers looked and thought maybe they should edit the document, they noticed that most of the Constitution was for the common good and not for the individual rights.
The Bill of Rights was also rights that could not be taken away, and it protected the government.
These rights are an important part of our government today.
We the people,
In order for a more perfect union,
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility,
provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and
secure the blessings of listening to ourselves and our posterity.
do ordain and establish the Constitution for the
United States of America.
Before we go on to the questions, I've got to point out one thing to you. Of all the groups I have heard in my 7 years of doing this, you were the most forceful in letting us hear what you had to say. You all spoke loudly, you spoke distinctly. You should be very, very proud of what you've done. A lot of times we can't hear the students, and that's why we keep stressing, speak up, speak up. You all did it. Perfect. If I had to use an example, a group as an example of how to speak, you're my example. Thank you very, very much for doing that. Now you ready for the questions? I'll ask the first question. Why did the framers not abolish slavery at the time they wrote the Constitution?
They didn't abolish slavery because it wasn't really an important issue. The important issue was how they were counted as representatives in Congress. Also, they didn't count them as slaves because they knew if they counted them as slaves, or they knew they didn't count them as slaves, and the southern states would not agree because they wanted their slaves to count as their population.
It's like the shades were affiliated. Because 5 to 3 out of every 5 slaves counted to the slaves of the population. They know the end of the
Thank you.
You gave us a great explanation of why the framers of the Constitution thought it should be done in secret. But tell us whether you think that could happen today. Could the proceedings of the Constitutional Convention be kept secret?
Also, with all the new technology we have today, it can be quite easy to figure out what people are trying to talk about or what they're doing